Well, good morning everybody. Monday morning. Yeah, start of another week. The project this week is to get on and make some doors for the narrowboat. I've got a pair of side hatch doors to make, a pair at the front and a pair for the back. Obviously they're going on to steel doors, so they're not actually door, well they are doors as such, but they're going into the steel doors. So yeah, I've got some oak down here that I'm going to start getting cut up, get through the planer, and see what we can come up with. Speak through later. I've got that oak cut out now. These are all milled up. That's for the uprights for the doors, they're for the cross members. And yeah, I'm going to stop and have a bit of lunch because look at the bloody mess we got here. So yeah, dust myself down because I'm all bloody covered in it as well, and go and have a bit of lunch and then come back and clear up and then crack on with the doors. See you all later. I've had a busy day in the workshop. I've just had a bit of a sweep up because it's absolutely stuffed in here with mess. 2 big black bags of sawdust off of this lot, but anyway, here we are. Is the door frames all milled up. These ones here are for the front doors. Those rails there are for the side hatch, and the ones underneath, that's for the back doors. I've cut the tenons out on the crossbars, tops and bottoms and middles. So tomorrow what I'll do, I'll set out on the rails and cut the mortises. I'm going to do blind mortises, so blind mortises only come so far through, it doesn't come out the side, and then I'll probably end up drilling it and doweling it and make the dowel a feature, but we'll see about that when we get down there. So yeah, tomorrow it'll be reorganise my bits and pieces here and get the mortisings cut out, and then I can get the sizes in for the centre panels. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Hope you're all going alright. Thank you. Morning there. Yeah, mortising today. I've already got started on them, but I'm going to put it on to time lapse in a minute. But you know, these are the side hatch rails. These have already been through the mortiser and mortised out, so I've got them done. I'm just now doing the back doors. Got one here on the mortiser now. Yeah, doors are all going together quite well so far. So yeah, we'll speak later, and I'm going to put it on time lapse now while I do these. There, what we're doing now is I'm getting on with the doors, and they've got some panels in them. So what I've done, I've cut a load of pieces of oak like this for various sizes. I think we've got 12 panels altogether throughout the side hatch and the 2 sets of doors. So then what I do then is I put it through the saw and cut it out like this, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put like a raised diamond in the panel. I just sort of thought about it, actually, yeah, I'll do something like that. So I'll get these ideas and think, yeah, let's run with that. And so basically that's all got to be chopped out yet, but we end up with a raised panel like so, which should be in the centre panels of the doors, which I thought might look quite nice. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And then once I get these panels done, I can, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. I think I've got 3 more to do, and then I can then start dry assembling the doors. So anyway, I'm going to crack on and speak to you all later. Well, hello there. Another busy day in the workshop. Yeah, I've had enough now. I've been working on these doors. I've got them all dry fitted together now, so I know they're all going to fit. For the front of the boat, obviously that's the inside, because they're steel doors I've got. They'll be just clad onto the steel. There's a pair of side hatches there, and then a pair of back doors there. They're all dry fitted together. My only concern is I feel perhaps I've made the diamonds a bit too big, so I'll sleep on that tonight, and I might have to reduce them down in size. For some reason in my head I think they're a little bit too big, but we'll see what happens. All for now. Morning, Thursday morning, back in the workshop. Yeah, I decided, as you can see on the pair of doors there, I've reduced the door on that side, and you can see I've made the diamond smaller, which I feel a lot more happy with now. So basically I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, I've got another 8 diamonds to reduce in size, which is a bit of a pain, but again, I'd sooner get it where I'm happy with it, like, you know, because the thing is, I don't draw stuff, I've never have done, I just make stuff. I have a bit of a tight little sketch, but really it's all in my head what I've got going on, so it's easier just to get on and just make it. But so sometimes you make it and think, oh, that's not quite right, so you just adjust it till you're happy with it. But anyway, there we go. I'm going to crack on anyway and get these diamonds reduced in size, and hopefully we'll get some doors glued up today. Yeah, well, here we are. I've done the small ones, done the back doors there, they've been reduced in size, and I've just got this last one to do here, which I say is a good comparison there. See, it was much too big, so I'm more happy with that side there. So I'm going to put the camera down in a minute, set it up on the stand, and I'll just show you how I reduce that down in size. Yeah, so I'll just get it on the saw like so. It's going to be a bit noisy. Hang on, I've got to plug in. But yeah. I've got to turn it around to do the other side. Like so, and I've got these little clamps on here holding the stop, which tells me where it wants to be. Just going to clamp it down on here like so. The others I drilled holes in to screw them down, but for some reason this one I didn't do, but that's okay, we'll clamp it. Yeah, as I say, I'm really enjoying doing this, and I'm getting, you know, I think we passed the 500 mark on the subscribers now. Not that, to me, that's what it's all about. It's not about how many people. It's just so I'm doing it for my satisfaction, and at the same time, I'm just going to move the camera up a bit closer. So yeah, hopefully that might perhaps see what I'm doing, and hopefully I may not chop my head off. Yeah, whenever I get a new subscriber, I always have a look to see who it is. Not that I'm probably going to know you, but what I like to do is I like to sort of see what else you're watching as well, which is really interesting, because through that it's made me look at other channels as well, and it's absolutely amazing what some people are up there. Sometimes I think kind of makes my little Narrowboat project quite mediocre compared to what somebody will getting involved with, but again, that doesn't really matter, because it's each to their own. It's like we're all of different standards of how we work. Some are totally professional, some are semi-professional, all quality of work, but that's the beauty of it. It's not about how good or how professional it is. It's just little look into what other people do, like it's like you want precision carpentry, you want to have a look at some of the Japanese carpentry programs. Their joints are absolutely out of this world what they do, like puts me completely to shame on some of my stuff, like, but it doesn't, because we're all wherever we're at, like. Right, I'm getting a bit noisy now, so I'm going to take the rest of this off. So I've split the worst off with a chisel. Again, some people would pair that off with a chisel. I like to just get on with the angle grinder, because what I actually like is when it's all finished, there'll be marks in the front here where you can see it's been chopped out. Like, I don't need it to be pristine, but there we go. Right, unplug that, plug the lead back in. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, as you can see, still in the right mess in here, but I'll just get on with it. Yeah, I've also reduced the height of that down as well, because it's a bit high. Yeah, so now I'm just going to use the block plane and just put the bevel back on. Yeah, I just do it by eye really, like, that's near enough. As they say, near enough is good enough. says again, with all this work, if you're not careful, you can get that obsessive with it, and everything's got to be absolutely perfect. Well, you know, it hasn't got to be perfect. It's got to be however it turns out, or what you're happy with. Don't matter about what other people think. It's what you think yourself, you know. As I say, if you're not careful, you want stuff that good that you just become, well, it's just a nightmare for yourself, you know, beating yourself up of how good or good it shouldn't be. There we go, just wants a little bit more tidying up with the hand sandpaper, but there we go. That's a little update. I've just put these two in the clamps. That one over there, they're all glued up now, so that's good news. And then over here, I've got the two back doors. There's that one there, that's just got to be took apart. And there's that one now, took apart on top of the clamps, ready for me to glue up. So I'm just going to go and make myself a cup of tea and have a slice of cake, and then I'm going to come out, knock some glue up and get both of these glued up before I finish for the day. Good morning. I'm just about to sort of show this. Yeah, I'm going to chop out for the lock here on the back doors here. And as I say, when I made the tenons, I cut the tenons like that, so I've cut that part out. And I'm going to get the lock now, and I've got the side rail, so I've marked it off there. And basically I'm going to go over to the mortiser in a minute, or get the mortiser over here and chop out for the lock before I put the door together. It will just make it a lot easier for me than when it's on the boat and being sort of crouched down chopping out a lock. Makes life a little bit easier, so I just thought I'd show you that. I'll speak to you later. There we go. That's the two front doors now put together and glued up, so tomorrow I'll be able to take them out of the clamps and sand them up. I'm going to get on now with the other four, go back in the workshop, and nice and sunny down here today. Yeah, here they are. They're waiting to be cleaned up. I've been working on the doors again today. I'm just putting some, funny enough, square pegs in round holes. Basically this is a way of holding the joints together. You put a dowel through, and putting a square peg always holds it tighter than a round peg in a round hole. And then basically when it's all glued up, I'll just sand them off, and it will actually strengthen the joints, stop the joints pulling out, and also it looked quite decorative as well. It's how they used to be in the olden days, done like that. So I just thought I'd show you that little bit. But no, the doors are going well. The other pair are glued up. I'm just doing this now. So you just literally drive them in like so. And then tomorrow, when the glue's gone off around them, you really need glue because they do go in pretty tight. They won't be going anywhere. Yeah, I just thought I'd add that for a little bit of detail work, like, you know. So, yeah. Because that goes right through the right through the mortise, the tenon set in there. That'll never pull out, even if the glue was to come apart or whatever. It's not going to go anywhere, like, you know. You know, years ago they'd often, you know, stuff would be just nailed together with no glue at all, like, you know. But anyway, there we go. I'll show you them tomorrow when they're all polished up. Speak to you all later. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I've just sanded these doors up again because I've put the dowels in last night. So I've just sanded them off. And my next task is, I've obviously, on the front doors and the back doors, I've got to get ventilation through. But anyway, after a lot of working out, and I've decided that I'm not going to put square or rectangular vents on. I'm going to put circular vents on. So I think they're going to look a bit more, in my opinion, look a bit more pleasing to the eye. So anyway, I've got myself a hole cutter here, which basically we're going to do right in the centre of the bottom panel here. So I'll still get quite a bit of strength on the door, but again, not that it needs much strength because it's also going on the back of the metal door. And then that'll then in turn drill through the metal doors when I get back up to the boat. That's the vent that I'll be putting on. That'll be on the outside. And then I'll do something slightly different on the inside. I've got an idea that I'm going to run with. And yeah, to me that's going to look quite smart. Speak to you all later. Hello there, Saturday, about 1 o'clock. Just thought I'd show you this little bit of work we're doing here now. I've just been drilling the holes out for the ventilation in the doors. And as I said to you, I think earlier, I didn't want to put rectangular or square ones in. I thought I'm going to be a bit more difficult and do circular ones. So I'm just drilling out the holes now. I've had a bit of practice. I've done 3. This is the 4th one. So I thought now I've had a bit of practice, I'll show you, because it's a bit tricky because I can't put it in the drill stand because that spins too fast, so I've got to do it in a hand drill because I've got a speed regulator on here. But of course with these hole saws, the bigger the hole, the more awkward it is to do. But anyway, here we go. As you can see, that's starting to cut, but you've got to be careful because if you put it on too fast, you burn even on wood, you can burn these cutters out. And I want to try and keep a good edge on this because hopefully it's going to cut through the metal doors when I get up to the boat. Yeah, and there we go, that hole through there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to sand it up, and then because I've got this bevel on here, I'm going to bevel that off. Then I'm going to put a rebate on the inside, because then I'm going to put some stainless mesh in there from the polished stainless mesh like they use on the car radiators. Because that's going to look nicer showing up like that than it is going to having a panel stuck over the top there. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to I'll just put the sand around that hole now. I'm now just going to run the route around it. And here we go. Yeah, there we go, I'm happy with that. And then I'll rebait it out from underneath in a minute. So that's that one done. We'll get another one on there. Yeah, just thought I'd show you that little bit. Yeah, I'll just show you once more with the sander. And then once more round with the router. Yeah, that really makes a clean and tidy little finish on there. Yeah, I'm just cutting out the rebate on the back of these doors now, so I'll just show you quickly what I do. It's got a rebate and cutter in, which, here we go. So yeah, there we go. If you can see that, so I've got the rebate now. So when I cut the mesh, that will just cut in and sit in the back there, and then it will just show through like so, which I'm more than happy with that. One more to do. Yeah, we had a little mishap with this one. What happened was the bearing dropped off the bottom of the cutter on the router, and so it ended up taking too much out. Now luckily it's only on the rebate side, so it's not an issue. So what I've done, I got some oak edging that I've got here, run some glue around it, and then I've just stuck that in there like so. Well, that'll go off rock hard by tomorrow, then I can just trim it back and then just retrim it out, and that'll be as good as new again then. So yeah, we do get mistakes, but luckily that one's not a problem. Well, hello there, it's Saturday afternoon about 4 o'clock. I've had enough now. So what have we produced this week? Well, we've got the doors sorted. So in the middle we've obviously got the two front doors, 2 back doors and a pair of side hatches. So yeah, then bit more work to do, a bit more sanding down and that. I've got to make some beads for the glass for the front doors, then wait for some hopefully super duper varnish, satin varnish that I want to go on there, to come and get a coat on them, and then they're really ready to go up to the boat. So yeah, I do feel I've had quite a productive week. So yeah, that's it. Again, once again, thank you to the messages that you keep sending through, and comments and that, and also thanks to any new subscribers that we've got. Speak to you all later. Well, good morning everybody. I don't know if you can see me or not, but we've got this little exercise going on today, getting prepared ready to get back to the boat. I've got the tongue and groove boarding to go up on the seam. I want to not fix it through the front, so I've got these little clips which is for tongue and groove boarding, but this is for the fin boarding, so it's a little bit tedious. But what I'm doing is I'm opening them up like so and readjusting them so that they'll fit the bigger board. So what I do with that, I'm on the last 100 now, so I've already done a load, so I do that, And then what I do is then I come round over to this side here where I've got a little jig, and then all I do is I just slip that in there like that, hold it like so, and bang it, and then that makes it big enough to go onto the boards that I've got. So yeah, a little bit tedious, but anyway, I'm nearly, it took me that long I suppose, a big couple of hours. Just got to keep at it like everything, you just keep at it. So I thought I'd get them done so they're all ready for when I get back up to the boat. I've also got this t-shirt on, if you can see it there, it says the Wood Wizard on. I've also got a matching mug as well. Somebody I done a few nice bits and pieces for, they really appreciated what I'd done and they nicknamed me the Wood Wizard. And when I finished what I was doing for them and got weighed out, they give me that as a little present, which I thought was quite novel. So I thought I'd start wearing it today just for the crack, like, you know. So yeah, the Wood Wizard. See you later. Yeah, so I'm just on the last leg of finishing these off. I'll say a bit of a pain, but it had to be done. But at least we're nearly on it. Well, there we go. That was all done now. This is the last one. Thank you very much for that. Probably now, after I've done all this, I'll probably find some of the right size, but I don't think they're making for a bigger board. But as I say, there's not enough room really to nail through the back of the board properly, so that's what we'll use. See you later. So a little update on today. Just been getting really little bits and pieces done. I've cut some beads here. These are for the glazed doors. They'll go on the outside once the glass goes in. So as you can see, I've pre-cut them. They're machined out, so they'll sit over the steel door from the outside. So they're ready to go. I'm just going to give the doors a final sand down, probably later tomorrow, and then hopefully the super duper varnish will have turned up. I've also milled out this timber here as well. This is for the lining frame as the doors come. For each of the doors there's enough there to do the side hatch, the front and the rear doors. That'll make like a little lining frame. Then I've also done something with the little camera stand here. I've made some tripod legs for it. So, because I can't really get on with the other camera, not that I've really had much of a go with it, but I'm so used to just really using my iPhone that I think I'll stick with that. So I'll be taking this up to the boat, so hopefully we'll get some better pictures while I'm up there. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that, and that's really about me done for the day now. So I'll speak to you all later. Yeah, good morning there. Trying out the new camera stand today. I don't know if it's any good or not, but the camera's on it, and we've tried. I'm just workshop's in an absolute pigsty because I emptied my van yesterday because I had to pick some stuff up. So I'm just doing little bits and pieces to that work this morning. Then I'm going to have an almighty good clear out and sort all this mess out in here and have a sharpen up with some tools and that. What I'm just doing here this morning is I've just a bit of mesh turned up yesterday for the inside of the air vent, so I'm just cutting the last one off. I've cut these pieces now, and they'll sit inside the door. So yeah, I'll just do this next one here, and then that's the last done. yeah, I just used the disc cutter there. Disc is a template. Yeah, that's the last one done. Of course, you probably won't quite fit because he's the one I'm showing you how I do it like, but how it is. You know, just want the little next whisker off. That's whisker more, and then we're there. And there you go, that's the stainless in the vent, which I'm quite happy with, I think. Speak to you all later. Hello there. Yeah, what we got going on here? Well, I'm indoors, and what I've done, I've just unpackaged a flipping great box which weighs over 50 kilos, which has got the shower screen in it, and that piece there, that's the one of the panels, and then this one here, this is the door. It's a one-piece quadrant door, which I'm just now taping up the corners because I'm going to put that upstairs for storage. And you're probably thinking, what's he getting a bloody shower out for already for the boat? Well, the reason I'm getting it out is because what I need to do is I need to put the frame together so I can then sit it on a piece of plywood and make a template, and then that'll give me the footprint of what I need to cut out to make the recessed shower tray in the floor of the boat. And when I go back up next week, I want to take that with me, so I've got that in hand. So you know, so yeah, if the shower door gets up to the boat without mishap, that'll be quite an achievement. But that's really why I've got it this early on in the job. Speak to you all later. Not everybody can say they've got a shower cubicle in the lounge, but anyway, I've set it up there into a corner, and basically, as you can see, I've got a piece of plywood there. So now I've drawn around that, and then that's going to give me the footprint of the shower, because basically the shower is going to be tiled, shower basin, 2-inch square mosaic style stone tiles, and basically I'll make it come to the centre line of underneath the shower, because then the floor covering will tuck underneath as well, because we're going to be probably putting Antico floor down in here right throughout the boat. So then basically the join will hide underneath the shower there. So yeah, I'm quite pleased I've got that done. I've put the shower door, because it's just a one sliding door, but I've put 1 or 2 of these showers in before. I put one in my daughter's place, and they're very good compact shower. A lot of room, but don't take up a lot of room, the actual footprint. Hello there. Yeah, just in the workshop having a bit of a tidy up. I'm just tidying up these doors, just give them a final sand up. I want to get a couple of coats of varnish on them before I head off back up to the boat. So yeah, it's all pretty imminent now. I'll be going on Sunday sometime. Yeah, quite excited about going really. Don't really want to go and leave Cindy, but if I don't go and get on with the boat, we ain't going to have a bloody boat, are we? So needs must. So yeah, quite excited about another phase. I've got the big box of electrics turned up the other day, so that's going to be the first job, is get the wiring loom in, and then once we get that in, you know, we can crack on with, you know, a lot more stuff. Like the van's absolutely packed to the gunnels. I'll see the subscriptions going right up. We're getting good numbers on there, which, you know, thanks for all those people who keep joining. So obviously I must be doing something right. Yeah, here I'm just using a bit of like Scotch Brite pad, which is sort of like a bit like a wire wall really, but without all the metal in it. Just really getting these tidied up, ready to put some clear coat on. I've got a different product this time because I'm quite happy with the Osmo oil that I put on the windows, because I've had to cover the windows up on the boat because it don't seem to have sealed the wood properly. So I'm using a marine finish, a Dutch one called what's it called? Well, Epivans. This is rapid coat, but I didn't realise when I got it, it's got a slight tint to it, so I didn't really want that, so I've just had some more come, which is totally clear. But there we go, it's expensive stuff, but there again, most decent stuff is, but that's it, Epivans. So yeah, once I've got these finished off, I've done those ones over there, I've got one more down there to do, then I'm going to get a coat of them on, and then hopefully I can get another coat on before I go to bed tonight. So then that'll be 2 coats, because they reckon you need to build this up with a good half a dozen coats really. So, but it's a 1-part system, it's not 2-part. I was going to go for the 2-part, but then this stuff apparently does quite just as good a job really. So there we go. But anyway, I'm going to just crack on and get on with this. Yeah, when you're using that old belt sander, you've got to be careful on this, because if you're not careful, you have it on there too long, it will just bloody chew the wood right, take it right back. So you've got to be pretty mindful of how you're doing it. See, I've just scuffed that bloody diamond now as well. But there we go. All these things out to try. Now I can't find a lump of wood. Just to put behind there, that'd be. There we go, let's took that out. Yeah, the thing is with woodwork, you can really fuss about with it till as much as little as you want, like, you know, but I do like to have a little bit of a look that it actually looks like it's been handmade, not made on a machine. I don't like it all to look too perfect for my liking, but that's just my liking. So yeah, next week it'll all be from the boat. Second coat on tonight now. I put one on at about 4:30 and I've just come out here now at 11 o'clock because I need to get a second coat on. I'll give another coat, 2 more coats tomorrow, and then they'll be good enough to take up to the boat then. So anyway, I'll leave it there for now. There, here we are, just quickly show you these doors are just about done now. They've just got to have one more coat of varnish, which I'll put on later on, and then really they're ready to go on the van. And then that means we'll be off to the boat. So catch you all later. See you up at the boat next week.